Oh no. Ah, it's on normal latency. Damn it. Put it on normal latency again. God damn it. One moment. No, it's dumb. Okay. Guess I'll have to deal with it. Alright, so, welcome everyone to another live stream. It's currently 8:31 p.m. Coming live on a Sunday night. I'm kind of pissed off because I put the stream on normal latency again. So the latency is going to suck, so I'm going to be very late to the chat because if you look at this little screen over here, you'll see that when I move it, it's not going to move until a while, which is extra annoying. What is it, like a 10-second latency, which is pretty bad, maybe even worse. I don't know. Is it not moving at all? Yeah, there you go. That was like, what, 20-30 seconds? Horrible. But, oh well, guess we'll just have to deal with it for tonight. But, yeah, so welcome everyone to the chat. Welcome Thomas Aaron, welcome Monster Tech, welcome Finn, and welcome Aiden. Thank you guys for joining. Currently got like 7 viewers. I hope I don't get dislike bombed again, because that's not going to be nice. Don't plan on talking about anything controversial tonight, because it'd be a dumb idea. Hey, welcome Duke. Thanks for coming. But yeah, so basically what we're going to be doing tonight is, obviously I have a Macintosh TV, and I've had this for like since 2018, which is like, what, 2 years or so. Yeah, it's about 2.5 years I've owned this thing now, and it's always, and yeah, so basically, hello Hayden, welcome thank you for joining. Yeah. Anyway, so, thanks for the shout out. Huh, no problem, I guess. Okay, so basically, we're gonna be doing some troubleshooting on this Mac TV. I've had this thing for 2.5 years, and for those 2.5 years, it's more or less worked. But like maybe a month or two before I moved, it basically died. Now I've had some issues within the past. The screen would flicker, floppy drive kept working and not working. CD caddies never worked. Sound has always been fine, and it's always needed a recap, but for some reason this is the one computer I've never done. And all the other computers I've done, we're not going to be doing a recap tonight because I don't have a soldering station or any spare capacitors that we can use. Oh, welcome Dude with the 101, thanks for joining. But yeah, so in a nutshell, we're just going to be like taking it apart, taking a look at it, trying to diagnose the issue, most likely caps. But yeah, we're just going to have a good old time doing that. But fun fact, Charlie, you are 69 subs away from overtaking Henry's subscriber amount. Lovely. That is absolutely splendid. I don't even know where Henry is. He probably offline. Yeah, he is. He probably won't be here tonight, but whatever. All right, so we got 8 viewers. I think we should get this started. So, yeah, let me quickly, I think first what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate why this thing isn't working, basically what it does, which it isn't supposed to do. And we're just going to use this standard ADB keyboard that I just have. And I do want to mention, I do have the original accessories for this thing. They're just in a drawer, and I don't feel like getting them out, because I already had these on hand. I also like the power button on this thing better because it's more tactile and it's easier to tell if you've started it up. But yeah, and also I did get a new desk, if anyone's wondering, and I kind of have my whole thing set up over here. I won't show too much because I plan on doing a setup tour at 600 subs. Yes, I know I said it was going to be 500, but then I kind of got lost with school, and then some things still haven't arrived, and I haven't really done much about that, so yeah. And before you say anything, yes, this thing does work with 240 volts, and it has a self-setting power supply, so we should be fine. If it blows up, it's totally unrelated to my stupidity. Okay, so, I just watched a Computer Chronicles that demonstrated one of these at Mac Expo. There's one, they demonstrate, that's neat. I haven't seen that one. Welcome Enzo, thanks for joining. Yes, anyway, we're just gonna start it up. I already know what's gonna happen. Unless it shows me something different. Alright, so I turned it on. You can barely hear it, but it has turned on, and you can hear the hard drive do its like startup sequence. It doesn't actually go into like a booting phase, and it doesn't chime, and it doesn't display. Rarely there'll be like a very oh, it is staticky as well, but very rarely there'll be a very dim picture on the screen. No, not like a distinguishable picture, but just black with like some lines going through it, but like very thin, dark gray lines, like going like this. Not like the vertical stripes on a classic, like when it needs a recap. These don't do that as far as I'm aware, but yeah, this is all it does. I'm going to put it out there now. I think it's going to be logic board caps, and I will do a recap on this in the future because it needs one anyway. But I'm not going to be doing one now. We're just going to take it apart, take a look inside, see what we can fix, and everything else. Everything should be working in this thing except for the floppy drive. I mean, the floppy drive should work. It works in every other system, which is another possible logic board failure. And the CD caddy, I think, doesn't work because it needs to be recapped as well. So, yeah. Welcome, Gamer Bay. Thanks for joining. So, with that being said, we're just going to shut this thing off now. And we're actually going to get to the teardown. And if anyone's wondering who just joined, yeah, this thing doesn't work, it doesn't display, turns on, doesn't chime, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, we're basically just going to begin taking it apart and taking a look at the insides. So, yeah, basically, the Macintosh TV was based off the LC520, I believe, because of the CD caddy and whatever, and it was a hugely inferior device, even though it had extra features like the TV tuner, the IR sensor that works with any remote, and a few other features. This thing was horrible. It was a horrible computer compared to the later LCs in performance that came out around the same time. Because this thing was slow, it had bad RAM, bad amount of RAM, it was overpriced, and nobody bought it. And this was mainly aimed towards people in college dorms who didn't have enough space and wanted to combine both their TV and computer in the same thing, which made it more convenient, but it never happened. And people didn't buy it, and they only sold 10,000 of them. No, they only made 10,000 of them and sold them for 4 months. And yeah, that was the end of the Mac TV. But basically, this is the same body style as the LC520, with the exception of the black case and different motherboard. Everything else is pretty much the same in this thing as any other system, so parts are relatively swappable. TV is better than the LC520 because it's black. Yep, fair enough. That's why I bought it. And also, 520s are lame. Why would you ever buy one of those instead of a 575 or this thing? But yeah, so again, taking apart procedure is the same. Just pop off this back cover, and like every all-in-one from the 90s, the logic board just slides out like this. It's got some contacts at the top. And this is the TV tuner here. This needs a recap for sure because there's this huge little batch of capacitors here, and there's lots of kind of a bit of corrosion on the areas. But the TV tuner isn't required to work, and as far as I know, it works. It still works fine. I tried it with something I remember with like a PlayStation or something with a TV tuner adapter or whatever. But it works fine just as a fuzzy-ish picture. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so I think we're going to spend some time on this first before going further into the computer, unless you guys want me to. Oh, hey, Mr. Blimbo. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, Red Fox. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining. 11 viewers. Definitely not the most we've had, but hey, it's pretty good. Yeah, so on closer inspection of this board, I mean, there's not really much wrong, I would say. I mean, it's always kind of been a kind of gross board. This is one of those computers that hasn't really been well taken care of, is stored improperly. So the case does have, the inner chassis here have some oxidation. In fact, you can actually see quite a bit of it on the actual case itself, on this back part here. But yeah, so I think what we're going to start off with is just simple alcohol cleaning or whatever. I have a little spray bottle that I use with stuff like this and some Q-tips. Sure. Good. And because this country doesn't sell anything in large quantities, I'm very thankful to have purchased this pack of 625 Q-tips. And I don't think they they don't really sell hydrogen peroxide or rubbing alcohol that much in stores either, which is kind of a pain in the ass. So again, have some spare stuff from when I used to live in America. So yeah, amazing. But I'm gonna move this keyword out of the way. It's kind of useless for now. But I'm gonna catch up the chat. Damn, that tube's long, lol. Yeah, Mr. Blimbo. I haven't seen you in a while. I remember you. Of course I remember you, but you just haven't really turned up to anything that recent. You have been semi-active in the chat recently, but yeah. Thank you for autocorrect for making my words crap. I thought of this just now. Imagine getting a video cable that converts composite RF to VGA or HDMI, making it look like it runs a newer OS when you get a video. Honestly, I could probably try that. I could use it as like an external monitor, but I would never keep it running for so long because of the value in it. I don't want to ruin it or damage it or whatever. So it's one of those things. I never really use this thing that often anyway. I left this thing sitting. I had this board sitting in my bedroom in the other place for like 3 months, and I hadn't used the computer for so long, and because I had it sitting there planning on buying caps, but I never did for some reason. And then eventually it just never happened. So I put it back together. I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to leave it like this. And then I decided to test it because why not? And it didn't work. And that's why we're here now. It hasn't really been given any love since. So now we are. But anyway, so you can actually remove this TV tuner. It's its own little disconnecting. And some people think that you can actually remove this and then put any expansion card you want in here. But actually, the connector is inverted. The TV tuner is normally on Mac boards, like the removable boards and any other all-in-one Mac. Usually the PDS slot is inverted. Like this part is on the board and this part is on the whatever expansion card. And it can't actually put this in another computer, and other computers' cards won't work in this, which is kind of a pain, but also makes a bit of sense. This is only removable just in case it dies and you need to like service it or something, which Apple thought of because that was Apple back in the 90s. Okay, so enough with babbling. I'm gonna quickly get the toothbrush because that's kind of useful for cleaning stuff like this. If I still have it. Yep, there it is. Which one's the one that's soft versus this one? Okay, so got a toothbrush. And you're like, ooh, what? You're gonna brush your teeth now? No, I'm not. Basically, what I just like to do is I like to just spray some alcohol on the toothbrush, and then just go like this. It's like to clean all the area, especially around the caps. That's really what you want to pay attention to. And this has actually worked pretty well. I revived my Macintosh Color Classic by doing this with baking soda, and sometimes the bristles will start to turn orange or like a yellowish color, which is a good sign, which means that you're getting all the stuff off. And it's also a sign that your caps are beginning to leak. And this thing actually has a surprisingly little amount of caps. It only has only 5? Yeah, only 5 caps. There's 2 over here, and then 1 big one, and 2 micro ones. Not that bad to recap, other than the fact that this one is by the little plastic header, so it might melt unless you use the Bruce technique, which is to block out the heat gun with a metal blade, which actually works. You've done it. Yeah, you moved. To where, I may ask? I have moved to the wonderful country of Switzerland, and one of the only upsides I could think of when living here is the internet speeds are impossibly fast. For only like $70 a month, you can get gigabit speeds. I'm actually streaming this on Wi-Fi, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, because the speeds are so fast. I've never had internet this fast, and this is apparently slow in this country. There's people with like 2 times faster speeds in this, and this is like impossibly good in places like America, and it's hilarious. So I'm not gonna flex it too much. I mean, I'm very happy, and I really do kind of like the house here because I have my own little office area, and then over here I have my bedroom past this door. But It's very convenient. I don't have to run down to the basement anymore, or have my computer layer in a meth lab anymore, which is quite nice. But yeah, I'm doing okay. It's just school's really difficult. Been kind of a pain in the ass. So yeah. Yes, the land of cheese. That's the Netherlands. Yeah, we're the land of chocolate and cheese. I actually went to the Lindt factory today on like a tour thing for some reason. I don't know why. We were just bored. It was Sunday and there's nothing to do on Sunday because everything's closed, which pisses me off. But yeah, we went to the Lindt factory, which is basically where all the famous Swiss chocolate comes from. And there's this one part of it where you could actually make your own chocolate bear and like decorate it, which I thought was fun. Mine is downstairs, and I thought I did a neat job. I'm probably gonna eat it in like a week, but whatever. It's the thought that counts. Oh, hey Logan, thanks for joining us. If you're wondering why I'm replying to you so late, it's because the latency on the stream sucks. But if you're wondering, basically we're just cleaning this Mac TV's board because it stopped working a few months ago. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. I'm gonna ask this just for fun. Do you want a link to a Mac TV service manual? Actually, that would be pretty nice. Yes, I would love you to link the service manual if you can. Maybe you have it on hand or whatever. Doesn't matter. Damn, nice. Congrats, my guy. Thanks. Henry's here, finally. Thank you for joining, my boy. Stream's up to 12 viewers, which is cool. Again, we're just basically servicing this Mac TV. Doesn't work. Don't have any replacement parts, so we're just going to be doing the best. I'm just going to be doing the best I can, which is this. Just cleaning the board with alcohol. That did not do anything. I think I'm going to break out the Q-tips now. Some of these. Q-tip boys. I'm just going to continue. Latency isn't too bad, actually. I think it's like a 20-second delay, which isn't bad for like a 2-hour stream. I assume this is going to go for 2 hours. I don't know. But then I bet people will eventually get bored and pretend to still be listening like they always do. But, oh well, can't do anything about that. And I'm just going to accept that's the case. And, yeah. So, a few things don't work on this. As I said before, the floppy drive doesn't work. I have two of my computers. This includes the Color Classic and this. The floppy drives work in any other computer that isn't their own. So I think that this one and the Classic have like either the floppy drives need to be recapped, which is stupid, and I don't think that's the case, or the floppy controller on the board has failed because of cap juice or whatever. And that's what I think is the case because it's kind of a weird issue, and it's sort of the same thing that happens with the sound chip. Sometimes that'll fail if the Mac has had like a major leak, but it still somehow miraculously works. I mean, if your Mac has issues like this, I think it's best to recap it as soon as possible, because if you wait, the traces will just begin to get eaten up and it'll turn into a huge mess. And this cap here, you can't really see it, but it has some really weird white corrosion on it, which is kind of odd, and this camera sucks at focusing, but you get the idea. Very odd. Sent the link. You did it in the tech channel. Cool. Welcome 8-Bit Kid. Thanks for joining us. Here in Germany, I paid like $5 for a 100 ml IPA. Yeah, I don't know about here. I mean, I seriously want hydrogen peroxide for retrobrighting, and I haven't done one of those in a while. And I wanted to do retrobrite on these two old USB keyboards I have that are made by Apple as like a video. But again, I can't find any. And also my mom doesn't want to drive me to the pharmacy. I swear my balls are going to fall off. It's so cold. Get a heater. You can buy a heater at like any thrift store for $5. It's one of those portable heaters. It should do the trick for a bit, I guess. This house doesn't have any air conditioning either, because for some reason air conditioning is banned in this country. Because of environment, so everyone's hot in the summer and cold in the winter, unless you get like an aftermarket unit added to your house, which is what's in my room, because my room used to be the guest room for the previous tenant, so it's all specced out. It's got like this. It's pretty big for a bedroom. My mom says it should be the master bedroom because it's large. I mean, this is kind of a small house, but my bedroom is larger than my parents' bedroom, which is supposed to be reversed. and they're kind of angry about that, and they want to switch rooms, but I'm not. I'm going to be pretty resilient about that. But, let's see. Charlie, I'm outside. Oh, you're outside. What are you doing outside watching my stream? You got a bus stop. What is it, 8:50 where you, 7:50 where you are? Where could you possibly be at a time like that? What the hell, man? I mean, honestly, I think we're kind of done with this bit. I think maybe turn it over. You know, the bottom bit is the worst part to clean because these little transistors or whatever, they're such a pain to clean with because it always sticks to the paper towel. Allow me to demonstrate. So like you put some alcohol in here, yada yada, go like this, and come on, oh yeah, there you go. You see, just little bits like this get stuck in it. Pisses me off. So this is the worst part to clean, which is also why it's the kind of dirtiest. Well, I say dirtiest. It's not that dirty. It's just like not as clean as the rest as the top bit. Even with Q-tips, I mean Q-tips is a bit better, but it just rips it up instantly. So, street food place. Sister thinks she's an influencer. She's not. He's at a strip club. Yeah, maybe he is. I wouldn't be surprised. Or a gay club or something. I don't think he's into women as much. Again, Henry's bi. I'm not making gay jokes. I'm not making fun of gay people. I'm making fun of and I'm not making fun of Henry for being gay. If he isn't, which he sort of is. I mean, half gay, I guess. As you could say. I guess that looks pretty clean. I did soak this in soapy water once, because I did the same with like a previous board, and it fixed that board. So I did it with this board and the LC board, hoping to fix the sound issue on the LC and hoping to just clean this one up, and it did still work after. This was before this was broken. I just cleaned it up because it was dirty, and I wanted to get it to look nice, and it does look pretty nice. It's just got some slight oxidation just all over it, and doesn't really come off when you touch it with your finger, but yeah, that's all I really have to say. And then the ports are kind of bad. You can see it's all, especially the ADB ports. Like, what is that? It might. Well, it doesn't look like rust. It's sort of like a black rust that doesn't feel like anything. But heat gun. I use a soldering iron. Yeah. So basically, when I recap things, I like to use a heat gun to remove the caps because it's so easy. They just come off instantly. And then I use a soldering iron to put them back on. And you can actually buy these pretty good sets for like $80 on eBay. They're kind of cheap. They're not that cheap. They get the job done, and they're pretty good with like the interchangeable tips. And if you look at some of my older streams, you could see them in action. And I seriously recommend getting a set like that because doing it with a soldering iron is a pain in the ass. It's horrible. But that's all I really have to say about that. No, he's having a break from working at the Licorice Elephant Strip Club. What the hell? I love how you have to point that out. What world do we live in? What kind of a world do we live in? I don't know. We live in a world with overly sensitive weirdos, and I'm not gonna go controversial or negative because I don't really want that to be the aim of tonight's stream. For once, I want to be positive, and I want to actually get something done. And yeah. Also, no PRAM battery in here, of course, because that'll just blow up in like a week. And I don't think it came with one when I bought it, because I think I asked the seller to take it out when he shipped it, which I do a lot. And some sellers think that, ooh, no, it's dangerous to open up the computer. You don't even need a screwdriver to open it. How dangerous could it be? I did it with the LC, and I did it with this thing. And I just do it with any computer I can think of. And I think I did it with the No, I don't think I did with the Color Classic. And right as I got it, I was really lucky that I was able to fuse it properly. Trust me, I have been canceled. Lovely. All right, that looks pretty good. I would say pretty banging job. Yeah, you inspect it for me, and of course its shadow really pisses me off because the lights in this room are weird. They're spotlights. They're not like the standard lights that you have in the ceiling. They're just like these weird spotlights, and it's kind of this entire house. Well, not the entire house, just my rooms in general, which I don't really like too much. But that's like basically the only thing I have to complain about. I wonder what the crash sound is on the Mac TV. That's a good question. I don't think it's actually any different from the crash sound on a regular LC520. I mean, the startup sound is the same. I mean, the crash sound, I would assume the crash sound is the same as well. So, I mean, you could look it up what it is on the 520, and I can assume it's correct. But if we do get it working, I can do a quick crash demo. So, yeah, and also, just a quick note to anyone who buys one of these in the future, never clean the black case with alcohol. You can do it to any other part that isn't the case, because the case is black, and black anything does not like alcohol. It'll give you this weird residue and staining. It's not exactly permanent, it's just a pain to get rid of. I think the strongest substance you should use is Windex, but even then I think water would be the best solution. Just for anything. I mean, I only use alcohol for disinfectant reasons, and it just gets like all the bad scuffs off it. But then again, it's a black case. It doesn't really have scuffs, so you don't really have to worry about any of that. And disinfectant, like, really, who gives a crap? I mean, rare computer. Would you rather get sick for like a week from some 80s sickness or something, or would you rather have one of the coolest computers Apple's ever made? I know what I'd choose, and I know what I have chosen. So, even though I've already made the mistake, but oh well. Press command and start after booting to reveal the crash sound. Yeah, the thing doesn't work, doesn't chime, it doesn't turn on. That's why we're kind of here. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Oh, welcome, Raw Elements. Thanks for joining. Let's see. I think the TV had the same crash sound as the Quad 700 or 900. Yep, you're right. I think you're right. Let's see. I got crepes for dessert. Delicious. I love crepes. Tonight I had fried rice with like vegetables and I covered it in sriracha sauce and it was delicious. The Mac TV has the same crash sound as the LC520. Yep. Let's see. Not much else to see. Good God, there's so many caps on. Yeah, this has got more caps than the logic board itself. Look at this. This has got this own little daughter board here. It's just full of caps. And this is the daughter board is a Sony branded board. I think a lot of parts in this thing are Sony branded. If you have like a regular standard Sony TV remote, it'll actually work perfectly fine with this. And I tried it and it's pretty cool. Because the remote I got with this thing was a remote that came with a that would go with the 20th anniversary Mac. I have it here, yeah. So this is the remote that came with it. It's this piece of crap, 20th anniversary Mac remote. It's the credit card size, and this never came with the Mac TV, even though some of them do come with it. Either it was a revision thing, or I don't know, but this thing's incredibly unreliable, and it doesn't work. I replaced the battery, I ripped it open, and broke it in the process, but it didn't work anyway, so who cares? Pile of crap, but I'm hoping you get, it's gonna be, I mean, it's not that difficult. They still use the same remote on like the mid-90s Performa crap. Oh, welcome Dana. Thanks for coming. I haven't seen you here in a while. Yes, the Mac TV tuner. Yes, capacitor forest. That's exactly what this is, capacitor forest. What a pain this will be to recap. The black design of the Mac TV is kind of nice, to be honest. Yeah, it is pretty nice. This is only the back side. It's kind of close up. You can see how gross it is. I paid too much attention to it in a while. I don't know if this is some sort of scrape, but you don't really see it. The camera's kind of overexposed, so it looks bad. But anyway, yeah, so the logic cord, I think that's all cleaned up. Basically, if anyone's wondering, any new people wondering, we're just cleaning this up. We're trying to get the whole thing back working because it wasn't working before, and probably cap issue, but I don't have caps on hand yet or a soldering station. So I'm gonna buy one of those later on this week, and then eventually we're gonna recap it. But for now, we'll have to go with the basics and the noob method, which is to just clean it up. And no, I'm not gonna put it in the dishwasher because the cycle would be too long. It's probably gonna break something. Again, another controversial topic. And actually, speaking of controversy, has anyone been following the whole thing about the 8-bit guy, about how he manhandled a rare IBM, and a lot of people seemed to get angry about that. And honestly, I didn't really see too much of a problem with it. I mean, it was he had permission to do whatever he wanted with it. I think it was perfectly fine, and I'm happy that he actually made a response video and apologized and called out on it. And it was very passive the way he did it, and I thought that was cool of him, but honestly, I'm not too angry about it, and I think people really just overreacted about it. Wait, did you get rid of your soldering station? I didn't get rid of it. Unfortunately, I just had to I had to leave in America because it doesn't work here. So I'm gonna have to get another one. And I've already got one that's basically identical to the to my old one, just a different color. So I'll be getting that. Dana says my Mac TV had the PSU logic board and tuner recap, but not the analog board. Haven't turned it on in a few years. My God. I would check on it, and I didn't even know you had a Mac TV. You seem to have pretty cool systems. I know you have the network server, which I'm super jealous of because that thing's really cool. And I remember on MacYak you did a little mini review on it, and I was the only one in the chat paying attention to it. But I was just confused seeing IBM and the 8-bit guy in a video. I mean, it's not weird that he's doing something on IBM stuff. It's just people were angry about how he damaged the power supply with a paper clip and how he was careless, did a bunch of stuff. Honestly, again, it's not really my battle to fight, but I think people just overreacted. He's innocent. He didn't really do too much about it, and yeah. All right. Anyway, with that being said, I think we're gonna actually test this thing now. Or actually, yeah, I'm gonna test it now. Or no, I want to check if it's dry first, just so I don't short something. Just really quick, gotta inspect. Yeah, looks good to me. Anyway, it's alcohol. It dries up really quickly, like half as fast as water, probably more. I wouldn't know. I'm not a chemist. Let's see. How do you get 2 network servers? I can't even find one. But then again, I'm now in another country where Apple stuff doesn't really exist. I mean, at least old Apple stuff, because this is a modern country where people don't look at the past. So you have 2 anuses. Yeah. Hashtag 8-bit guy did nothing wrong. That's a good hashtag. I would support that on Twitter or something. I don't use Twitter that much, but whatever. Get the idea. This thing is quite hefty for an all-in-one. I mean, it's one of these. Alright, we're gonna test it out now. Put the power off so we can do the great reveal with the power. Alright, so again, we're not going to be using the correct keyboard and mouse because it's in the closet. I don't feel like getting it out. I just have this one laying around. I like the tactile button feel of this version of the keyboard because it's better. This is the 2GS keyboard, I believe. I don't have a 2GS. It just came with a Color Classic, which is neat. What happened with the 8-bit guy? Okay. I'll give you, before we test it, I want to give you a quick rundown on the whole situation. So the 8-bit guy made a video where he found, where there were 5 like vintage IBM systems found at Computer Reset, which is like this giant old computer warehouse. And he was given, no, he was lended one of them, and he did a restoration video on it. And people were angry because it wasn't working, it didn't work. And he had reason to believe that it was a prototype because it didn't have serial numbers on it, you know, whatever, usual stuff, and handwritten numbers everywhere. But it didn't work. So he tried this. He sort of like he mistreated it and sort of like broke it. I mean, I have to say he did sort of make it worse, but honestly, that's not his fault. It was already broken. He wasn't probably going to get it into any better state. And people were angry at him. Ooh, rare computer. Oh, I don't like how you use the Dremel on the power supply. Oh, that's terrible. But honestly, I don't care. He can do whatever he wants, and I'm not going to stop him. And honestly, I think it was good of him to experiment with it and try it out. And I think people just overreacted to the whole situation. He's been getting a lot of hate recently, a lot of threatening emails over a fucking computer. And yeah, and it's just sort of been a big pain for him, and I kind of feel bad for him because he didn't really do too much wrong. Classics are selling for crazy money these days. Can't figure out why. We saw super fun, a working one now that hasn't been recapped. Yeah, classics are one of the most unreliable Macs in the history of the world. I actually have one. Other than the SE30, these things suck hard. This is mine. It doesn't work in this country because voltage issues, so I have to use a step-down converter, but the thing works, and I had it recapped, obviously, because And I think the only reason why classics are getting so rare and desirable is because, again, they don't work. They're never working, and the ones that are working go for crazy money because they've been recapped and they've had time spent on them. It's kind of interesting. I don't see myself getting any money for one here, at least, because there isn't that much of a retro computer market, and also, and anyway, there are a few people selling them for absurd prices locally, but they're all broken or screwed up. I don't know how it was any different than what he did. Same thing with the combat car. So like David's done similar stuff to other things in the past. Nobody's had a problem. It's just now people are angry because this in particular is a rare item, and anything else he does bad stuff to is common dirt, and you shouldn't care about that. But honestly, I wouldn't care either way. So, someone is selling a Plus for $1,200. Lovely. Yeah. Okay. So. Without further ado, I only use Twitter for the Minecraft mob vote. Me too. Glow squid for the win. Alright, so, without further ado, let's actually try this thing out. So we're going to turn it on. 3, 2, 1. Alright, of course the power isn't going through. Duh. Anticlimactic. Alright, you get the hum and the flip, which is normal. And let's go. Okay, no chime. I think it's doing the same thing. Isn't really anything coming from the screen. Okay. It's sort of doing the same thing it was just doing. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, not really. Okay. What was... I want to try something. What if we do... I think it's Command Shift. I don't remember. Alright, let's try... I want to try that one more time, just in case. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll try it. Oh, it shut off immediately. That was odd. Well, that was supposed to crash it, but it didn't. And again, it's not really doing it. You can hear it does the hard drive initialization thing, where it's like, but it doesn't go into a boot sequence. It doesn't show anything on the screen. It makes noise. I hear the fan going. The LED light comes on. Maybe the PSU is slow and can't keep up. Lol. I actually left this thing plugged in for a while. Like, I remember, like, at least a day, like, before I moved, and it didn't really make a difference. I think it's just logic board caps that are at fault here. But I think we will take a better look inside this thing, because, hey, we need stream content. And why not? Maybe there is something in there, like a giant spider that's clogging something in that I never knew about. But, hey, let's find out. Alright, so, I'm going to take this away. So now that the majority of you know what exactly this thing does, if you want to help troubleshoot it, be my guest. You can go look it up if you want. If there's no video, it's probably the analog board. And no sound, it's a classic symptom of cap leakage on the logic board. You might have a trace damage. Yeah, that might be the case. Honestly, I'm considering sending it to Bruce if I do recap it and nothing helps. But I do want to attempt to recap it myself. But, yeah. On the floor. Because I have experience with recapping, but I don't have experience with trace damages because I don't really have the equipment to do that, at least not at the moment, and I don't really have that much knowledge to do it. And I also don't have a microscope to see the traces because they're very small. My eyesight isn't that good, and of course I don't have glasses because I don't know why. Alright, so we got the thing on its front, and of course putting the towel down because why wouldn't you? It would be stupid not to. Let's see. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna remove all the screws. And to remove these screws, it's basically just like a compact Mac. It's just a T15 Torx driver. And I actually have a tool that I wanted to use that hasn't really been used in any of my videos or streams yet. Or no, it has been used in the last one, but it's basically this thing. This is my little electronic screwdriver with the extension. Now it's fully erected. But yeah, I haven't used this thing in the past because this I've always had just laying around in this country. We had a storage unit and we kept all this stuff in, and this was one of those things. And I've been dying to use it again since moving back. And yeah, so we're going to be using it. And you have to be very careful with these. You don't want to strip screws or break standoffs, but if you're careful, it's good enough. And it's usually best for taking off screws. And it's really fast and really convenient. You don't have to give your arm doesn't give your arm sore, doesn't do anything like that. It also has a really good battery. It's never died on me randomly. And what is it? There's like 4 there and then 1 on the back. So it's about 5 screws total. And that's about it. They're all the same, so you don't have to worry about mixing them up. I'm sure that these screws aren't in their original positions because they're all the same and who cares, but whatever. Alright, so we got all 5 screws out. And then all you gotta do is lift it off like this. And now we got the insides, the giant scary insides that you do not want to touch. And we just had it plugged in, so I have no doubt that it's somehow charged and you'll probably die if you touch it. Let me check the chat. The giant enemy spider. It has the same symptoms of my brain dead 1 GHz titanium PowerBook. Yeah, although I think that would be a different issue. I don't think those have been plagued with cat issues yet. I suggest to see the repair manual I sent with helpful stuff. I'm going to check the repair manual right now, actually. Let's see where it is. Tech channel. Here we go. Now we're going to take a quick detour to this. Unfortunately, with Apple's service guides, 95% of the time, these issues that I'm having will probably be their only solution to fixing these issues will be replace logic board or replace hard drive or replace analog board or something like that. I mean, these are mainly designed for like schools and businesses who had a bunch of spare parts lying around and they didn't know how to do it. So let's take a quick ponder this. So specs, trash, specs suck. This storage, who cares? Who cares? Yeah. I mean, maybe we could do some voltage testing with my garbage voltmeter, which just does volts, nothing else. It's supposed to be a multimeter, but it's not. Video. Okay. Replace analog board. Yep. See, here's the thing. Replace analog board and replace CRT isn't really gonna help me. Yeah, this is mainly just. Yeah, we're in the section where no video. They would say like try adjusting the controls, which I'm probably not gonna do because it's not gonna solve anything. It never solves anything. Replace CRT. Yeah. Video, floppy drive. Let's see. Peripheral, miscellaneous. Clicking, chirping, or thumping sound. Meh. Smoke/odor. Oh my god, that sounds terrible. Let's see. So taking it apart, yeah, this is what I just went over. There is a fan on the back, yeah. It does sort of use like these contacts and it just comes out. You don't have to take it out ever. Let's see. Maybe we'll take out the analog board, but I don't know if I want to. It's 9:15. I think we'd have like an extra hour to do this before I'm tired and I have to go to bed because dual speakers, but probably mono. It sounds like crap. I don't think this is too much help. Okay. Let's see. Apple service manuals are written for dealing with problems that popped up back then. Never had any idea we'd be keeping these things going on 30 years later, replace cap, etc. Yeah, that's sort of what I've been saying. They don't really have too much useful information. I mean, at least for today. I mean, they have basic. They give you some basic instructions. I think the only useful parts about them is like tear down instructions, where everything is, what everything does. I think that's like one of the useful bits about them. And they're also cool to archive and just take a look at. I need to run. Best of luck with your Mac TV. Thank you, Dana. See you later. Welcome, Luke. Thanks for joining. You're not too late. We're just in the middle of this, which is fun. Since we're done with the service guide, we're going to go back to this. What is easier to get, a clamshell or a 68K PowerBook? What do you mean get? Like buy? It really depends on the area you're living in. If you're going to choose between the two, I'd say get the clamshell because those 68K PowerBooks are the absolute worst to deal with. They have brittle cases that will break, 100% break. They have terrible cap issues, screen issues, hard drive. Oh, good luck finding a hard drive for one of those. That would be a pain in the ass. Yeah, I can't really think of much else, but those alone are enough to drive something like me away. I mean, you have to have a lot of experience and a lot of tools and resources to be able to properly restore one of those. And I'm almost qualified to do that, except for like hard drives and spare cases. But then again, you can't really replace cases because they'll just break again. And, I want a clammy boy so I can flex on people at the coffee shops. Try bringing a 16-pound monster into Starbucks, e.g. Mac Portable. Yeah, anyway, so we're just gonna take a look at this, I guess. And I guess now I'm just taking a look at it. There's not much to see. It's a giant, big ass analog board. Also, I don't even know what the goal was here. It's just kind of a dead thing. I don't really know I mean, I do know what I'm doing. It's just I don't know what to do. Most likely, just need to recap the whole thing. But I don't have caps, so. Well, we can take a quick look at the inside. I mean, you got big caps, you got little caps, you got this, the power slips over here, so the power goes in, we get the flyback, we get the whatever. I don't think it would be a flyback issue. I swear it's probably caps or something. I don't know. Not really much to see here, honestly. We could try taking it out, but I really don't want to. Because I think that means taking out the, no, maybe not. Maybe it does. No, because I really don't want to take off this, what is this called? The neck board. That's a pain in the ass. I mean, not only is it a risk of breaking it, which I haven't ever done, but it's also, which I especially don't want to do on this, but also it's kind of a pain. You gotta put glue back on. Yeah, I don't like that, but. Yeah. My favorite Mac laptops that I have is the PowerBook 145, and that needs new caps for my, and that you need new caps for, and my Crt Discharger black MacBook. Yeah, I've always wanted a black MacBook because they're kind of cool, but I've never really gone out of my way to get one. But it would be nice to have. But the problem is that all of them are in crappy condition because the cases don't age well. So yeah. Anyway, not really sure what else to do here. Kind of want to take this out, but I kind of don't. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Let's attempt to take it out at least. For this, I'm going to need a screwdriver to discharge it. Let's see what we got. I have this specific flat tip that I always use for stuff like this. Here it is. I call it the Crt Discharger. It's a dedicated screwdriver for just discharging Macs. It's basically this screwdriver and then this little cable that you screw into like a grounding point and discharge it with. So, yeah. Oh no, that's so annoying. The standoffs for the CRT are these dumb bolts that I have no doubt I don't have. What the hell is that? Where's the screw? These are bolts. What a ripoff. I mean, that's a pain, but So it's not really anywhere to ground it. I mean, any piece of metal should work, but it wouldn't be an efficient ground, and I don't want to kill myself. I mean, I know Aaron wants me to, but fuck him. Let's see. Yeah, I can't really think of anything, but maybe I'll just stuff it in here, I guess. This is the grounding point. I don't want to touch it, do I? I'll touch it, why not? Most CRTs already have bleeder resistors in them, so you don't really have to worry about discharging them most of the time. But hey, rather be safe than sorry, because sometimes it will kill you, and sometimes it won't, but you don't want to be the one to find out. But, let's do this. So basically the procedure for this, just connect it to a grounding point like this. Normally people use alligator clips so they don't have to dedicate a screwdriver to this, but I don't have any, so I'm cheap and lazy to buy one. Let's see. Yeah, that seems good enough. I don't really think I'm going to take it off yet, because I don't think I have to. Oh, no, I do, because I want to take out the analog board. God damn it. Oh, well. This is discharge, I don't have to worry about killing myself. Now, if I do, then it's cool. It's epic content. I'm going to take these off. The easiest thing to do is just, there we go, perfect. And my hand is gross and greasy now, so just wipe it there. But, yeah, let's do this a bit. This is kind of good to do. And, yeah, alright, we're done discharging it. That's not good. Alright, so. CRT has been discharged, now we can touch everything, even though I still wouldn't recommend touching everything. Let's see. My black MacBook is a lot good shape, but the trackpad has a lot of wear. Yeah, that sucks, but pretty neat. I might buy a screwdriver and use it only the earth pin in a plug for absolute reassessment of discharge. I'm terrified of breaking the tube while removing the anode cap. Yeah, I mean, you can't really break the tube that easily. And it sort of just pops out. It's a little clip. The clip on all anode caps is always different for some reason. So it depends. I mean, on the compact Macs, it's a pain in the ass, but on these, it's not too bad. Usually, I have more trouble getting them back on than taking them off. Someday I want to see Chicken Nugget in a stream. I can go get her. It would be a waste of time. I mean, I could. I'm gonna spill the tea on my MacBook and smash it. Okay, have fun. I'm gonna hack up my 140 with some reinforced parts. Sounds like a good idea. Watch David's video. Who the hell thinks he's wrong? Troubleshooting can always damage stuff and they were dead in any way. Yeah, Henry. So everyone's kind of angry at him. I mean, he makes mistakes all the time. People think that he's some sort of like God, and he thinks, and he has a giant ego, and he thinks everything he does is right. But he only puts in these mistakes that he does to show people that he doesn't, and so that him and them can learn a lesson. And even people say that he doesn't learn, he doesn't. I actually posted the whole. And by the way, join my Discord server. Link in the description below. I actually posted the video, this unlisted video he made that's exclusive to Patreon supporters that was leaked. I mean, no, he allowed it to get out there, but if anyone's interested, I have the link here for the said video where he just calls everyone out. So if you want to go watch it, check it out. It's like a 30-minute video. If you're interested in watching it, go watch it as like it's a podcast. You can just clean up your room and have it playing in the background, which is pretty fun. Not even the most professional people can make mistakes. I've made mistakes multiple times. I sure have as well. What's a good idea for a mistake? I don't know. I can't think of any. I mean, yes, I'm not admitting to not making mistakes. I definitely have made mistakes, but I just have to think of some. I have an idea. Buying this computer. That was somewhat of a mistake, because it's dead now, but whatever. Well, no, not really. I mean, it's cool, but let me get some needle nose pliers right here, but because I'm gonna remove some of these cables, and they have like locking mechanisms, and they're kind of dumb to remove. I've made too many mistakes. I don't get why they're hating on the 8-bit guy. I don't get it either. I mean, people are really just overreacting, as I said before. So, yeah. Yes, okay, so basically the cables we're removing to get to the analog board is this one, that one, and there's another two here. I think that's for like ground or something, 'cause it's a spade connector. And I don't see anyone using a spade connector for anything important, except if it's like basic power or ground or something. Yeah, that's ground. It's right there. Yeah, okay, I guess we'll start with this one. This one looks like the biggest pain in the ass. And I've never taken out the analog board in this thing, so interesting adventure we're about to go on. Yeah, it's one cable out. And it's got one of these things. Neat. I'll take that out. Alright. That's a spade connector over here we're gonna have to get out. I want to be very careful I don't accidentally pull out like and go like this and knock this out, which would be absolutely terrible. Good luck finding one of these CRTs here. I mean, again, it is the same basic parts as the LC520, but it doesn't mean it's easy to find in this country. I mean, nothing's easy to find in this country. Actually, interesting Macs pop up rarely. It's mostly just overpriced classics and pluses, which sucks. So, yeah. And there's a big connector down here, which doesn't have a locking mechanism on it, which is interesting. Ah, come on! This cable's soldered to the stupid this thing. I'm gonna have to take it off either way, aren't I? Lovely. Alright. Well, time to get out the knife. Yeah, okay. Nobody's perfect by the way, and we all do mistakes. Yep, that is true. Existing is one of my mistakes. That's unfortunate. Okay, so basically just to get this thing off, you want to carefully just cut this rubber stuff off. You can cut through it pretty easily. You just want to be careful. Again, you don't want to break the neck because it'd suck really badly. The way the CRTs work is this inside bit here is a vacuum. And if any air gets into it, the whole thing's ruined, and you can't fix them, because good luck making a vacuum and gluing the piece together. Also, never touch these bits here, these little adjustments. These are from the factory adjusted. If you change them in any way, alter them in any way, it'll be totally ruined. And even worse, you can never put them back, if you never took a picture or anything, you'll never be able to get them back perfectly. They have to be so precise. These are the magnets of the tube, and you don't want to do much with them, and all tubes are different. Even identically made tubes are different with these adjustments because they're always fine-tuned when they're coming out of the factory, which is kind of spooky. So there's a lot of things that could go wrong here, so I'm not going to talk too much during it. So very, very carefully slice it with this incision. This one's get stuck. Well, how much would it suck if I broke the neck on this thing? Oh man, I'm not gonna talk. What is that? This seems to have got more complex since I last checked it. Yeah, basically we're just taking out the analog board, just take a look at it. I have no intention of recapping it or anything. Honestly, I might just leave this thing apart until I actually get pieces. I do actually have a spare table in the back of the room that I could use, which would be a good idea just to leave the parts spewed out all over it. So, yeah, don't have any intention of putting this thing back together at the end. Unless I find an obvious problem and I'm somehow able to fix it on stream. But then again, that'd be a pain in the ass to put back. Oh, I might be getting it off. There's a slight bit hanging on. Oh. I'm gonna get it like this. I really hope I'm not doing something wrong. Alright, this thing's coming off. This blade is getting really dull. I might have to get a new knife at some point. I know there's another one in the garage that I might steal. But for now we just got this thing. Same basic yellow Stanley knife that I've been using since I started this. Oh god. There's one tiny bit. Okay. I think it's got it, hopefully. No, please don't. I'm sweating profusely. Something's still holding it on. I don't know if I'm not going to pop off that, because that would suck. I had to. Don't try this at home, children. Oh! Oh, thank God. Oh, that scared me. Jesus. Alright, hard bit over. That's what the top of a tube looks like, if you're wondering. Never done this on this computer, at least. I've done it on a few others. I've done it on the Classic, done it on a Compact. Very careful. It actually seems that some of the pins are slightly bent out of shape. Maybe because of the way I took it off or whatever, but I'm not putting them back in shape because I don't want to risk damaging them. I'm going to hope that they just pop back in when I'm putting it back together. But, yeah, so we got another cable down here to undo, which is just a spade connector doing ground. Come on. Are you serious? Why is this thing so hard? Let's see. There we go. Got that off. That's off as well. I actually think this is ready to be taken off. Don't know. I think it's like you just pull it off, really. No, it's this bit. Okay. I guess we're referring to the service manual because I've never taken an analog board off of this thing. On the Classic, you sort of just like pull it off. Maybe I'm missing something, so let's see. No. That's floppy drive. No, we're a bit far up. Now let's see quickly. I'm temporarily disabled from the chat because I can't see it. So I'm looking at this. No, it's already been taken out. Okay, so then where's the... What? I think it was there. No, that's the harness assembly. No. But it's farther up. Oh, there it is. Here. Okay, so we did that. Okay, so remove analog board. Okay, how? Wow, that was super helpful. Let's just slide it out, I guess. Twisting, bending, or applying force to the video board assembly could damage it. That's not good. Thank God I didn't damage it. Alright, that's not helpful. Okay. Alright, we're done with that. Because again, you failed me for the last time, service guy. Pull out. How? Is it just... all the cables seem to be unplugged. This can... Yeah, that's unplugged, that's unplugged. Oh, that's not unplugged. That's... you gotta get out. Oop, that was scary. Yeah, there should be no connections, but I don't think that little cable prevented me from like at least popping it out. Let's see. So on the Color Classic, it's easier because it specifies how to pull it out. Is there like a tab somewhere that needs to be undone? Or am I this stupid? I'm just being too careful, not putting enough force, but I also don't want to do that. That's not good. Pull it out. That's what it said. That's what she said. Oh god. Lovely. Walked right into that one. Don't want to break that. That'd be absolutely devastating. See, because it's... Well, let's look at this logically. Maybe it's... I don't think it's connected to this, is it? No. It's just totally stuck. Oh, do I have to remove the hard drive, maybe? That would make somewhat sense, I guess. Well, let's take this out then. We can take it out either way, no big problem, no big deal. Maybe it is. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to take out, I can already tell. Alright, forget the hard drive. That is annoying. How? No, I don't want to pull on that too much. It might snap out, snap off. What a lovely surprise that would be. I'm not surprised, but... I'm anxious. This is not good. I don't like this. See what the chat has to say. Isn't there 2 tabs on either side, like a Desk Pro? No, it doesn't mention any tabs. I mean, it would say, but it doesn't. So I'm assuming there's nothing. Odd. Well then. Damn it. So annoying. There is this front bit that's sort of like clipped in, but like anything good to latch onto to pull it out. I don't want to pull it from here with tweezers because I might snap it off of the board, which would partially ruin it. Are you serious? How am I not? Oh, I have an idea. If I get a flat tip, I mean, I could use this one, because why not? This here, let me show you. So if you go to, no, you can, but let's see. Oops. But if you look down here, this area down here, this area sort of, like this box at least, moves with the analog board, and then that bottom bit here doesn't. No, maybe it does. So maybe if I... Oh! Hey, it worked! I felt it. I felt it move up at least. If I do the other side. I think that was what was holding it in. Again, on that side just doesn't do much. But it made some progress. Yeah. Oh no, it's just popped back in, but yeah. Oh, I definitely felt that. You can see that's totally coming out. Oh, yep, we got it, boys. Please come out without any trouble. Yes, we did it. The analog board is out, finally. Alright, so what was holding it in, never seen this before, maybe I'm just dumb, but there's like this little header here that connects to this bit here. I have never seen that before. That's so bizarre. And on an analog board? Huh, that's really weird. Even on the color plastic that doesn't exist, but oh yeah, I can see some corrosion, or at least dust, but that's interesting. But alright, so I'm gonna put the Mac TV to the side. I don't want to do anything to it. That'd be bad. On this table over here. Alright, bye bye Mac TV. I'm not gonna put it on the floor because it'd be stupid. That's how like 90% of CRT accidents happen. Oh. Alright, Mac TV's out of the way. Now, we have a disgusting analog board. Get out of here, towel. Alright, so this is our analog board. Okay, this is our analog board from Mac TV. Pretty standard, like 90s era Apple stuff. Not really too much to see here. I mean, I've already seen what this was. I'm especially interested to see the back. So let's take a look. First time looking at this, and quite a bit dusty down here, actually. We got, I don't know if that's corrosion or dust. Yeah, it's just dust. That. Wait, camera angle. Let me just. You can see it sort of. Yeah, that's dust. This little thing. It's a little shield I'm gonna try popping off. Yeah, I don't really know if I don't want to do that, but anyway, it is quite gross down here, so of course we're gonna clean it off. Hey, welcome Aiden. We took the analog board out of the Mac TV to take a look at it, because why not? And yeah, because I've never taken it out before, surprisingly. I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, I don't know. Mostly just dust, I see. Hope I don't electrocute myself. I don't see why I would, because I discharged it. Like idiots mess around with things without discharging them. Clean this off. Well, that dust is pretty extreme. It's actually stained the shield, even after cleaning it. But honestly, I don't care about the appearance, at least of this, because you're never going to see it. Let's see. Oh, that's... Are those caps? No, I don't know, but some sort of residue on these two end things here. They're not caps, I don't think. Maybe they are. I don't know. What are they, actually? Like these squarish things. Oh, I think that's for the fan. Huh. It's like the, No, that wouldn't be for the fan. The thing for the fan would be on the other side. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's got a plus and a minus. Maybe it's like headers for something, but that's like some sort of weird residue there. I don't know what it is, but I don't think I'm gonna question it for now. The whole thing's kind of gross. I'm gonna quickly demonstrate that. Look at that, only a few seconds. It's disgusting. And yeah, I doubt I'm gonna be putting this back together tonight because I don't think I want to. I think I'll just, yeah, just a bit more. I know this isn't gonna do much. I just wanna try to look around, sort of just clean up some smaller areas, just check it out. That's, I think, where the flyback is. I don't even want to touch that. It's kind of scary. It's even got its own little warning. I swear it's probably still got a charge in it that I don't know about. Alright, with that Q-tip out of the way, we got that's a paper towel. Disgusting. Yep, disgusting indeed. This thing's pretty gross. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, but I don't know what to do with that, honestly. I think I'm just gonna dab it like that. And yeah, it's sort of leaving like a gross residue. I don't know, but oh, by the way, I do want to mention, if you're ever gonna clean one of these boards, don't use Windex, because Windex has these weird properties that'll just short out computers and prevent them from working. One time I tried cleaning the logic board of this thing with Windex and killed it, and I seriously thought it was the end of my computer, but then someone told me in the comments that it was the fault of Windex, so I cleaned it again with alcohol and it worked fine. So, yeah, kind of interesting, but never knew that. But hey, good to know it now, just in case I do something stupid again like that. I can know, oh, it's Windex. I haven't used Windex in a while anyway. Alcohol is always my go-to. I usually just like to skip to step 2, stage 2. Stage 1 would be Windex, 2 would be alcohol, and 3 would be nature, and then 4 would be baking soda. And baking soda is basically like sandpaper. It's sort of like sandy and gritty. Not really grit. It's very finely gritty, and it sort of like just takes layers off the plastic instead of like cleaning it, which is what makes it so. Which is what makes it so effective. So that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's best to mix it with water and make like a solution with it. But and then like a day later, you made a video about saying it worked. No, it was actually like a couple minutes later, because I was bored, so I made the video that said it was dead. It was like one of my most important computers in my collection, like my prized jewel. Every time anyone would come over, I would share it, and they wouldn't care at all, because why would you care about an old antique computer in the 90s? It's not even that old, honestly. It's like 30 years old now, I would say. Nearing like 28 years old. Yeah, 28 years old, and then like 2022 or 3 would be older. And actually, Henry had an interesting thought. They actually sold this more in 1994. I mean, it was released in 1993, but it still sold well on to 1994 until it was like officially discontinued by Apple 4 months later. I think it was in like November they started selling it, or December, and then like 2 or 3 years it was sold in 1994, which is interesting. But yeah. All right. So, not really sure what to do now. I'm kind of work at it for a bit. God, if I ever have to recap it, which I probably am, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. It's like, what, 20 caps on here? I'm gonna call it it's 20. Oh no, there's so much more than I thought. Okay, more than 20, let's say. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so over 30, I'd say like 35, 40. Oh God, what a pain. And these are through holes, and most people say through holes are easier, but no, they're not. They really aren't. Once you actually get into soldering, you're good at both of them. Through holes become the worst to recap. So yeah, I don't really know where to go from here. It's been about an hour 20 minutes. We got 6 viewers. Hey, we got 14 likes. That's pretty nice. Let's see. No, that's the wrong link. Let's see. Whoops. Nope, that's wrong. Sort of. Wait, I want to copy. I want to see what the stream status is on the YouTube tab, on another tab. Yeah, we got 14 likes and 0 dislikes, which is pretty cool. Because for some reason on the actual like viewer, it doesn't tell you how many dislikes you have. It only does likes, which is weird. Are those blue blocks capacitors too? Oh yeah, I forgot. They are, but they don't fail as often. These are called tantalum these are a type of tantalum capacitor, I believe. No, they're just like a different style. I don't remember what they're called. They're not axial. It was axial capacitors, like regular capacitors, but with the legs coming out the top and the bottom, and they are mounted vertically. Sort of like how these are mounted, only these are just regular ones with longer legs that are just bent sideways and hot glued down. These are not capacitors. Those are resistors. Those never go bad unless they blow up, but that's usually the user's fault. Yeah, not much to say. I mean, honestly, I don't think the blue things have to be replaced ever. It depends, but oh well. And none of the caps look that suspicious either. I don't see any bulging. I don't see any kind of leakage. I mean, there's a bit. I mean, very slight. Finally beat Lego Batman, boys. Cool. That must be an achievement. Unlike this achievement, which is just taking apart a computer. I mean, I've done it before. Ew, it's very gross. Okay, honestly, I'm not really saying much now. I mean, there isn't really much to go from here. I think what I might do is I might just kind of finish this up, and then I'll decide where to go from here. Because honestly, I don't know. Where could we go from here? What could we do? So how's everyone doing tonight? I just realized I haven't asked. I mean, it's for some of you it's afternoon, maybe evening. For me it's night. It's like 9:51. It's currently dark outside. Not really much to see out there, but yeah, quite nice view, and I can see the lake and some parts of the city from here. The flickering lights, just satisfying. But yeah. Oh, right. I did want to check because on my computer, because I was gonna bid on this Macintosh 2SI with a portrait display, but I never did for some reason. I want to see how much it went for. Oh, it only went for 56. God damn it. Whatever. But it was kind of far. I wouldn't have been able to pick it up, but oh well. Alright. Now we could actually go shopping for old Macs if we wanted to. That'd be kind of fun. Something I've had my eye on is this Bondi Blue iMac G3 from 1998, and it works, but I don't know if it's a revision A or a revision B, and you can't really tell from the outside because he hasn't really provided any pictures of like the actual important stuff, which is annoying. But he seems to be some kind of nerd because he's tried to put Linux on it for some reason. He doesn't specify if it's a version A or B. He's never. Oh, he does say. Oh, he did reply to my comment. He said I asked him if it was version A or B. He said revision. He says he believes it's a revision A. Oh, neat. That's more reason to bid on it. I know Clement has a revision A, so I'll ask him because he knows a thing or two about them. Serial number. If anyone wants to look it up real quick, serial number is. I'll post it in the chat if anyone cares. You can see from the sticker on the bottom. I don't know. It's usually the one that's inside the port door, but he hasn't provided a picture of that. For me, it's almost 11 p.m. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Nice. I'm delightful. Perfect. Everyone seems to be doing jolly. Ooh, what do we have here? Oh, of course it's a blueberry. Oh no, it isn't a blueberry. It's a Bondi with a style writer for some reason. Yeah, it's a Bondi Blue. It's at the IR window. iMac G3, 233 megahertz, $50. Same price, but comes with a external disk drive and a style writer. I'd like to have an older Apple printer. Original M4984. Mouse, keyboard, floppy disk drive. Other options. Ooh, we gotta take a look at those. Let's see what else he's got. He's got a little. Well, actually, I've always kind of wanted a 150, mainly because it's got the Apple logo in the middle. It looks kind of neat. This one seems to work, but 90. I mean, it works, but watch it. Why not? What else? Oh, we got a wrecked classic here. Delightful. It's got the original style writer, which I kind of like, but the thing itself is poor condition. This might actually be identical to the one that I have. It's got the same like embossed tag on the back. Serial number Q. Oh no, serial number is down there. Yeah, that's weird. Trash. Where is he even located? Oh, he ships it. $7? Nah, it seems inaccurate. Unless shipping is really cheap here, which I doubt, but where is this? I'll take a look. Oh, it's there. Oh, 17-minute drive. That's not bad, is it? No, that's not bad at all. Huh. Well, if anyone can do research, model number is M4984 if you're interested. I might ask him the same question I did the last guy. I'd rather get this one because it's slightly closer and it's also got the image, the style writer. So, yeah, it's got a, is that a graphite puck mouse? No, it's a Bondi. It's just grossly colored. Hello, sorry I'm late. Hey, welcome back to Monster Tech. Serial number is too late. Oh, does he have the about this this Mac image? In the other one, no, he doesn't. In this one, he doesn't even have a picture of it on. I don't know. Yeah, he has the installation screen for some reason. Some garbage and some Linux gargle. That's useless. Oh, here. I know that on the originals, the graphics card is different. So it's a Power 3C 233 megahertz, 512K cache, 32 megabyte, 4 gigabyte hard drive, 24x CD ROM. It doesn't list the graphics card, which is like the one thing I'd like to know about it. Because I know for a fact that you can distinguish them by that. Serial number. Oh, 9-10-90. Yeah, it's a bit late. Isn't it like middle of the year? Oh, and another one that's interesting is that, let me just put the camera closer so you can see, but another interesting one is this Dalmatian from 2000. Obviously overpriced, $600. Are you kidding me? They're like $200 in America. I mean, that is quite expensive. Oh, and then of course he lists the specs of an Indigo 500 megahertz, which is slightly useless. Beautiful condition, few signs of use, starts without problems, no OS, keyboard, mouse, no mouse. It's got the Pro keyboard, no mouse, too much. Trash Indigo, don't care. I mean, honestly, I'd probably go for this. Why not? But, actually, you know what? I think I might just, put this here. Open up like this. The live chat, there's a pop out. And go like that. Welcome, Ivan. Thanks for joining us. And yes. Perfect. That is perfect. Love that. Hi, Ivan. Alright, so we're going to continue this. I bet people are getting bored because this is lame. I think I might even just end the stream in a bit and just continue this in Discord if anyone cares. Let's see, that's Discord, who cares? Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I've just been looking at some old Macs, because why not? Nice background. Thanks. It's just a standard one that came with the computer when I bought it, and I think it looks okay. So, yeah. I'm not bored. Oh, nice. Alright. I guess we'll just look a bit more. So basically what this site is, it's like OfferUp, but from Switzerland. And I've had some luck with finding interesting things, but I haven't bought anything off of it. Oh, hello, we got a PowerMac G3 Tower. I know Henry will like this, and I know some people love these. For some reason, they're, quote, rare in the US. And this one's only $30. I mean, I'll watch it, why not? How far is he? Looks kind of far. Oh, he's in Bern. That's very far. That's like, what, an hour? Ew. Alright. Yes, that one's out of the question. Unless he shipped it, which I know he won't. And it'll probably kill itself. Unless he took off the handles, which he probably won't know how to do. There's not many. There are these two. This overpriced Bondi Blue, as he says, but this is a Blueberry. Works. It's a slot loader Blueberry base model. This is the exact computer Aaron has, without the FireWire and everything. I would never buy this because it's overpriced. I'd rather get a Ruby or something as well. This Indigo is the same seller. This one's more decently priced. Actually, it's FireWire. Yeah, I'm not going to look into getting like an Indigo or a Blueberry, even though this thing's really close to where I live. And what else? Yeah, it's not really much to see. Does it say Tupperware on the listing? Does it? Art number 2 iMac G3. I don't think it does. Oh, it's even defective, so it doesn't work. But anyway, so I talk about Clement a lot. He's one of my he's an IT technician at my school, and I've known him for a while. And he's actually going to be moving to a different building because he lives in an apartment, and now he's moving to a nicer one, which is down the street from the one he lives at currently. So he's going to be downsizing his collection, which I'm excited about because he says he's going to try to thin out. He's going to liquidate some of his collection, and some of the ones that he's guaranteed to get rid of are his Mondi Blue, his Indigo slot loader. He also has a slot loader. I can't even talk. A slot loader, graphite. I think the computers that I'd really want from him are the ones he's probably not going to get rid of, like the SE30 or the Cube. But the SE30 is a possibility. I did offer him a decent amount of money for it, but I doubt he's going to. No, it was a $2 TAM, not 20. What are you talking about? But, let's see. Macintosh. I hate when this happens. It has this weird issue where just the screen goes blank when you search for something. I don't know why, but let's see. Let's see if we can find a Macintosh. Is that a Dalmatian? Yeah, it's a Dalmatian for $600, so I'm not buying it. Oh, this thing's been on here for a while. This is one of these garbage 630 CDs, which is the trash performa you see everywhere. No expansion. It's basically base model. Missing the front, of course. Keys are missing. Computer starts, don't have a monitor. Really boring. Really boring. Photo of the inside. Who actually has interest in these? That's so boring. Oh, and someone corrects him. You actually have to perform a 630. Oh, and it's postage for $20, so like $60 for that. How about no? Oh, this is hilarious. This Mac Plus. This bare Mac Plus. You see, it's in okay shape. Works barely. Okay, it's 380 or 600. 380 in auction or 600. No one's gonna buy this. It comes with 6.0.7 in German, which is nice. Which is kind of bad. I mean, I can read German, but it's a pain. This one's interesting. This is a Classic 2 in StarWriter. This one boxed, I guess. It somehow still works. The CRT is kind of whack, though. It's kind of got like these whack geometry settings. It's not really too interesting of a setup. I mean, it has everything. It's all like, what the fuck is even that? I don't know. Classic 2, not too much to see. It does have some discs, but $500? How about, no one's gonna buy that. Oh, this one's even more hilarious. Classic 2 Rarity. Ooh, Master Rare. Ooh, so rare, and probably doesn't even work. Only sales in Switzerland. Welcome to my auction. Ooh, fancy. You're using different colored text. Oh, is that a fancy? No picture on screen. Probably analog board. You can hear the hard drive. I mean, seems to work. No accessories, but analog board, so pass. And then this one's even more painful. This is a complete plus setup with 2 printers. It's got an ImageWriter 2, which I really want because these are impossible to find here, and a StyleWriter, which I also really like. Complete plus setup, even with the hard drive, keyboard, and mouse, and the printer does work. But it's $700 and has all the manuals. It's literally the dream plus setup. I mean, I never really cared for the plus because it's kind of annoying to collect, but unfortunately, $700. And where is it even? How far is this? It's another like 2 hours away maybe. Oh well. But yeah, not really too much to see here. So, because we've gone so much off topic, I think what I'm going to do now is I think we're going to bring the stream to a close. I mean, we started off with taking apart this Mac TV, and then we failed, and then we went to like And then we went to looking on Ricardio, because why not? So yeah, I think we might actually just end the stream here. So I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Thank you Duke, thank you Finn, thank you Aiden, Inspector KX or something, whoever. If you like what you see, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want me to do next. And oh yeah, I also have a Discord server. Link in the description below. If you want to join, and if you want to join and chat with me after the show, after this stream, or just in general, come join. Link in the description below. It's free. Otherwise, don't really have too much to say other than yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all. See everyone in the next live stream. Goodbye.